Okay, so real quick before the review starts, I just want to say that I get into some real heavy spoilers about halfway into this, and I'm just like spewing them out because I hate this movie so much, and so I didn't realize how much I hated this movie until I started doing the review, and I try to keep spoilers out of this. So I did have a spoiler tag. I am telling you now, there's some heavy spoilers. If you're like, oh no, Mike, I want to be spoiler free going into Wrath of Man, do you? But the movie sucks, so I'm just gonna pre-say all of that. So this is my review. There's some heavy spoilers in it, and eventually I do say spoilers, but I don't want to be the guy that ruins it for you if you're really looking forward to this for some reason. It's a Guy Ritchie movie. I could understand you looking forward to it, like I was, and then being let down, like I was. But here's the review. What's going on, everybody? My name is Michael Weir, and this is my review for the movie The Wrath of Man, starring Jason Statham. I feel like I had to say that. It was on all the posters, so I feel like I had to say starring Jason Statham. It's like, come see this movie. It stars Jason Statham. You're gonna like it. And I do bear a grudge. It's my best Jason Statham. It's not good. I'm gonna be honest. Let's do the review.
And I do bear a grudge.
And so, guys, the movie Wrath of Man is directed by Guy Ritchie, and Guy Ritchie's directed some of my favorite movies of all time, like Snatch and last year's The Gentleman. And The Gentleman last year was my favorite movie of 2020. Now, yes, that's the top of the garbage pile that they actually gave us last year, but I think it would have stacked up about just about anything that was supposed to come out last year with it. The Gentleman was excellent. Matthew McConaughey, my favorite performance out of him. Several other people in that movie that I really enjoyed, and I just enjoyed the overall story. So when I heard Guy Ritchie had a movie coming out and now starring Jason Statham, an actor that I like, and granted, he's most of the time he's just the karate cop or he's the marksman shooter. I've seen him used by Guy Ritchie in Snatch, and I knew he could do it again. So I was like, okay, I'm in. I was excited about this. I didn't realize we were going to get this last month, and we did. And so I was excited to get to go see it. I went and saw it with my brother, who I don't get to see very often because he lives in Arizona. So while I was there, I got to see it with him. It was, well, let's talk about the movie. So the movie follows Jason Statham's character around. He is a father mourning the loss of his son. His son was shot and killed by armored truck robbers, and so he is looking to find them. And the only way he could do that is to join an armored truck organization as a nobody and work his way through the ranks to finally get to carry the big payloads of cash in the armored trucks. And then as they try to get robbed, he stops those, kills those people, and then checks to see if it's the guy he remembers seeing. And of course, throughout the movie, he's not getting too far with it. And then the movie continues. I mean, that's basically the gist of the movie that I can give you. I can't give you too much more of it from there because there's not much more to give you, and if I did give you more from there, it would start to spoil it. So let's jump into the things I like, some things I dislike, and I'll give you a rating. Well, some things I like about this movie, I mean, when Jason Statham's being a marksman, it's cool to watch. I mean, when he's shooting out, it's fun to watch. You never really get to see him go hand-to-hand combat in this movie. That's not really what this movie's about. That's not really Guy Ritchie's style outside of Sherlock Holmes, but even then he puts an interesting twist on it. So it's not really his style, so I kind of went into this knowing, okay, we're not going to get hand-to-hand, but we'll get some cool shooting, and we did get some cool shooting. Other than that, the dialogue in this movie is awful. The pacing in this movie is just terrible. I mean, the movie takes forever to get where it's going, and that was a big problem for me. It was like, you've got a solid idea, but I don't feel like they flushed it out enough before they were like, oh, make a script, put it on camera, get it out there, get it in theaters. Like, of all the movies to come out and be rushed in a time when you don't need to be rushed with your movies, this one felt the most rushed. I mean, it really did. Post Malone's in this movie, and they kill him. I'd say spoiler alert, but it happens in the preview, so you should know going into it. And when they do, it's my favorite part of the movie. When he gets killed in the movie, I was like, oh, okay, +1 for the movie. But after that, it really is nothing I liked about this movie. The dialogue's bad, like I said. There's a moment in this movie where Jason Statham actually says to a guy, "Did I make you go poo-poo in your pants?" He says that. I'm embarrassed for having to repeat that. It was a bad line. It was a really bad line. And the one moment in this movie that kind of felt like an old Seagal movie where Jason Statham's playing pool, this dude gets behind him, and you think, oh, they're going to throw down. He buys the guy a beer. Yeah, he's like, no confrontation needed. Yeah, go about your day. What? It doesn't make sense. And then the big reveal at the end, there's like an even bigger reveal towards the end about Jason Statham and what he does. it's just pointless. It just drags. The movie just drags. Like, okay, you had a good setup. You got an upset father. He's looking for these guys. He starts to take down these armored car robbers, but it's not the right ones. And then they go on, like, I don't know, what feels like forever. I'm sure it was 45 minutes to an hour of stuff in between there before the end fight where he finally does get the guys. Because, spoiler, he is going to get the guy. Okay, I'm just going to say spoilers. Spoilers throughout. I'm going to put spoilers in the front so people are going to know this is a spoiler review, okay? Because you shouldn't go see this movie. It takes like 45 minutes of tracing down these other groups of people, these other gangs, these other bad guys, and then you find out that Jason Statham's not even a good guy. He's a bad guy. He's another bad guy. Just now he's got a vengeance thing going on, but he's not really someone to root for. This movie irritated me on so many levels because I know Guy Ritchie can do better than this. I know Jason Statham can do better than this. Hell, I know Post Malone could do better than this. This movie was just, it was bad. It was annoying. My wife fell asleep through the thing because she was so bored. Just give us something entertaining. If you can't be entertaining, Guy Ritchie, what are you doing? And like I said, I'm not hating on Guy Ritchie because he did have my favorite movie last year. But this ain't it. And that leads me to my rating. And with all that being said, guys, I got to go ahead and give the movie this rating. That's right. Wrath of Man might be the worst movie of 2021 so far. And that's my movie review, guys. If you enjoyed this movie review, hit the like button. If you want to share this movie review with your friends, make sure that by hitting the share button. I know I kind of went off in this movie, but I do want to hear your thoughts. So if you've got comments and thoughts and you want to put them in the comments section down below, well, let me know. Let's talk about it. It'll be a good time. And finally, guys, if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do that because I got a lot of content coming your way. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. This movie sucks, but I had to say it one more time. It sucks. Don't waste your time.